Okay, let's dive right in. It feels like every single day, AI isn't just some big headline anymore, is it? It's a new tool your colleague is using, a new skill popping up in job descriptions, or, that little nagging worry about the future of our own jobs. It is reshaping our careers in real time, which really brings us to a critical question.
And yeah, this is the big one. This is the question at the very heart of our explainer today. It's not about if AI is coming, it's here. The real challenge, the one that matters, is what are you going to do about it? How do you make absolutely sure you don't get left behind? We should think of this less like a gentle wave of change and more like a tsunami. It is a massive, incredibly powerful force that's reconfiguring the entire professional landscape as we speak. Trying to resist it? That's just not an option. We have to learn how to navigate it. So, to help us get a handle on all this, we're going to look at the framework laid out in an upcoming book by R. Krishnamohan called, fittingly, Brace for AI Impact. It really tackles that anxiety a lot of us are feeling head on and tries to lay out a clear path forward. So, let's start by looking at the problem. Why does this all feel so disruptive? Well, it's because AI isn't just another new tool for us to use. It's fundamentally rewriting the rules of the game.
And this framework, it really doesn't pull any punches. It breaks down the whole situation into 4 key realities that, honestly, we just can't ignore anymore. Let's take a look at what they are.
These points are so direct and they're worth sitting with for a second. First, the pace of change is it's faster than anything we've ever seen before. Second, and let's be real, jobs are at risk. And we're not just talking about factory jobs anymore, but creative and analytical roles too. And of course, that leads to the third reality. The very skills we've spent years, maybe decades building, could become outdated. Put it all together, and what does it mean? It means the very definition of success at work is being rewritten as we speak.
And this is where the whole thing comes down from this big abstract concept to a really personal challenge. This isn't about the economy or the workforce in some general sense. No, this is about you. This is about me. And here it is, the core message from the book. It's not just about surviving or, getting by. To actually thrive, that requires action. And notice those 3 powerful verbs: adapt, reinvent, and lead. They're not passive at all. They demand that we get in the game. Okay, so we've laid out the problem. It's big, it's definitely a little scary, but it is not hopeless, not even close. So now let's shift gears to the solution and see how we can build a path forward. This is where we make the pivot, right? We're going to stop just staring at the problem and start actively building a strategy to deal with it. And the book itself is positioned to be exactly that, a roadmap. The goal isn't just coping. It's about making your career, shock-proof, resilient enough to withstand whatever disruptions are coming next.
So now we get to the how. Remember those 3 key verbs? They're the pillars of this call to action. This is the practical advice, the part where you actually start building your own personal strategy.
Let's really break this down. Step 1, future-proof your career. This means doubling down on what makes us human. Complex problem solving, real creativity, empathy. It's not about competing with AI on processing data. It's about learning to use it as a co-pilot to make your unique skills even better. Step 2, reinvent with confidence. This one's tough. It means being really honest about which of your skills might be losing value and having the courage to learn new ones, even if it feels like you're starting over. It's about seeing your career less like a straight line and more like a series of reinventions. And finally, step 3, lead with vision. Now, this has nothing to do with your job title. This is about being the person on your team who's willing to experiment with new AI tools, who tries to anticipate the next change instead of just reacting to it, and who helps guide others through all this uncertainty.
Look, if you take just one thing away from this explainer, let it be this. The message is not to build a wall against AI. It's to grab a surfboard. It's all about proactive adaptation, seeing this huge wave of change not as a threat, but as a source of momentum that can actually propel you forward. And that brings us right here. The framework is laid out: the problem, the challenge, and a potential solution. So now, that ultimate question, it lands right back with you. Looking at these ideas, adapting, reinventing, and leading, what's your first step going to be?